welcome to BookIt.xx here, and I finally was able to make 2 days in a well, not 2 days in a row, but 2 upload schedule days in a row. Jesus, my hair is getting long. God damn, if only the barbers are open, because this... Fuck, I don't want this getting as long as it used to be again, Jesus Christ. But anyway, the video just starting to getting sidetracked. So today I'm going to be doing another reaction video. This is the top 10 years in gaming history. Now, this is a Watch Mojo video, and I honestly don't think Watch Mojo are as bad as people say they are. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're bad, but they're not as bad as people say they are. And to be fair, this was 6 years ago. This was before Watch Mojo started trying to keep up with other top 10 channels and all that bullshit. So, yeah, top 10 years of gaming history. And as I said, this is from 6 years ago, so that means years since then, obviously, hadn't happened yet. So there may be some omissions here because, you know, it's the past. That's how shit like that works. Specifically 2017, obviously. This was before that. So I'm explaining fucking basic level stuff here, but if I don't, somebody's going to bring something up in the comment section. That's just how YouTube works. I mean, someone's probably still going to bring it up in the comment section knowing the way YouTube works. But anyway, I'm really interested to see where this goes, so let's get into this. Jesus Christ, that fucking intro was loud in my headphones.
These were the years when the stars aligned in the world of video games.
Oh, was that Kirby next to the fucking... next to your finger? That must be a DS thing.
Oh, they're going to have to glue you back together in hell!
Well,
alright, so quick side note, I love TF2. I love the fucking... I don't play as Devil Man, but I love his character.
welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our top picks for the 10 best years in video game history.
This is an interesting discussion to be had, I'll definitely say that.
For this list, we're looking at...
Bro, Street Fighter 2, can I say Street Fighter 2? Like, Street Fighter in general is just the most overrated game series ever. Okay, maybe not the most overrated game series ever, but like, see whatever I've played of it, it doesn't control that well, from what I've played.
the years that made a huge positive impact
Then again, I'm not really much of a fighting game guy, so...
on the gaming industry.
Aside from Smash
in
Bros,
terms of
obviously.
software and hardware.
That is nostalgia right there.
Let's go! Number 10, 2011.
2011, what came out in 2011? You got Portal 2, Skyrim, no shit. I can't really think of anything else. I mean, there was Mario 3D Land and Zelda Skyward Sword, but nobody really liked it. I mean, the people liked Mario 3D Land, but nobody really knows it exists. Most people just know 3D World. Skyward Sword was bad at the time, and 6 years ago, that game was probably still hated at that time. Obviously, everyone loves it now. It's getting the Switch re-release, which I'm really interested to see if they're going to have like a non-motion option for that. Because honestly, I feel like that would make Skyward Sword a lot better. I never played Skyward Sword, but the idea of one-to-one motion controls in a game like that sounds awful. But anyway, let's see what they have to say here. Oh, fucking Arkham City as well! Fuck, I forgot that came out in 2011. Yeah, Arkham City's fantastic. I love Arkham City. One of my favorite games of all time.
Transitory year for gamers. In 2011,
Little Big Planet 2? That came out? Yeah, Little Big Planet 2 came out that year, I'm pretty
the
sure.
7th generation of gaming
This is the Little Big Planet there, and I'm pretty sure it was the second one, because the first one I think came out in 2007, which is a year that will almost definitely pop up. Oh, no, will definitely pop up on this list. That is definitely one of the higher ones for the best year in gaming.
was winding down. In order to keep gamers from losing interest in the systems that had been around for half a decade, developers took the game's content in new direction, with titles like Skyrim and Portal 2, which were among the best of the era.
Yeah, like the two of the ones I brought up. I was never a huge fan of Skyrim, although some people I've known, like some friends and ex, they really liked fucking Skyrim. And from what I've played of it, it's not bad. I'm just not huge into open world games. At least I wasn't until recently. So I might actually go back and retry it. Soon enough, because I actually quite like Fallout, and Skyrim is very similar to Fallout, well, at least the newer Fallout games. So, yeah, but also that's a really good point, because obviously the Xbox 360 had been around since 2005 at that point. Well, it had been around since 2005, and that was a good 6 years, you know what I mean? And PS3 had been around since, like, you know, all the hardware was starting to get old, so like they were really pushing where the systems could go. That's why I think 2011 is one of the more impressive ones, because by that point, like the Wii U was only 1 year away. The fucking so Nintendo were really far behind at that point, and the Xbox One and PS4 were only 2 years away. So there was really, you know what I mean? It was kind of a weird time.
I'll start getting everything else working while you perform this first simple test.
Also, I want to say this about Portal 2. I actually think Portal 1 is much better than Portal 2. That's...
Which involves deadly lasers.
It was also the year of user-generated content, with Little Big Planet 2 continuing
I
its
thought it was Little Big
predecessor's
Planet 2,
success.
yeah. I always prefer the first Little Big Planet over the second one. But then again, maybe that's because I put more time into the first one. I never really gave the second one much of a chance. I know Waffles prefers the fucking, or Nathan, whatever the fuck you want to call him. I don't know, he's very inconsistent with what he wants me to call him on these videos. He says his second one was his favorite. The first one was my favorite. I played a lot of the first one, not much of the second one, and barely anything of the third one. I think I've literally played the third one like once.
And Minecraft was also given a complete release this year,
Minecraft as well. That's actually a really good point.
taking sandbox
Yeah.
gaming to new levels.
Although Minecraft got much better around like the 2012, 2013 period. 2013 is when I jumped on, and I thought like that was the best time to be a Minecraft fan. There was so much like, there was good stuff in the game, but it wasn't super oversaturated at that point, which I feel like is a problem that Minecraft has now. Minecraft's still a great game, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of got a little bit oversaturated, kind of similar to my problems with the Lego games. Like they feel a bit oversaturated now, where like the 2012, 2013 era was a lot more simple, but not too simple kind of thing. And that's a video I'll probably make at some point. Then again, I say that a lot, I never end up making those videos, so I guess we'll see.
Finally, portable gaming was given a new
I completely forgot the 3DS came out that year. I think I did say Mario 3D and that was a launch title for that thing.
dimension
Or was it? I actually don't know.
with the release of the Nintendo 3DS.
It was, right.
Street Pass
Oh, Sonic Generations came out that year as well.
is our name for enhanced
fantastic,
automatic local area connection between Nintendo 3DS devices.
Well, Street Pass was the most useless feature on the 3DS.
Number 9, 2004.
2004, yeah, that's when Halo 2 came out. And what the fuck else came out that year? I don't actually remember.
Thanks for the tank. He never gets me anything.
In 2004,
Ha!
Nintendo changed the
Oh,
handheld
the
market
DS,
when
yeah.
they released the original iteration of the DS. With its notable...
I think the original model of the DS looks ugly as shit, because I grew up with the DS Lite, like the second, about the second model, was the second model, right, because the DSi was the third model. I'm pretty sure, I don't know.
making it touchscreen on handheld systems mainstream.
Jesus Christ, that ad is weird. I remember the first time I ever saw that, I was like, the fuck?
2004 was perhaps one of the biggest years for PC games, when the revolutionary Half-Life 2 finally came.
Oh my god, I forgot Half-Life 2 came out in 2004. Yeah, Half-Life 2 is great. I don't know, I think that the Half-Life games, like, nowadays are actually pretty underrated, because nobody really, like, people nowadays don't really seem to talk about them as much as they used to. But the Half-Life games are still absolutely fantastic, and I actually still need to complete my Half-Life 1 Let's Play on my second channel. I need to really stop with the whole starting multiple Let's Plays thing. I'm trying to cut out on that, but that's a problem I've had ever since I started YouTube, but anyway, I'm getting sidetracked.
Came out, as well as the MMO, which still dominates
Oh, fucking World of Warcraft came out in 2004 as well, that's right.
the industry a decade later, World of Warcraft.
Jesus Christ, really?
Of course, home consoles also saw many high-profile releases too, including the long-awaited sequel, Halo 2, and the infamously popular
San
Grand
Andreas.
Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yeah, I don't know. What is generally considered to be the best Halo game? I've heard a lot of people say it's Halo 3. I've heard some people say it's Halo 2. I genuinely don't know what is generally considered to be the best. I've never played Halo 2. I've played Halo 3, and it was fantastic from what I played. The Halo games, I've only played 5's multiplayer, a little bit of 1 story mode, and I think a couple levels of 3 story mode. I have all the games, so I have no excuse for why I haven't played through them. I do need to get to that, but yeah.
Get in the car.
Ease up, man. Damn.
Number 8, 1980.
Yeah, all I know that came out in 1980 was Pac-Man, and Pac-Man's awesome, so... Like, obviously arcade gaming has changed a lot since then, but my, like, local arcade, like, well, at least there's a couple arcades here, but, like, well, that's the only one that's actually stayed in arcade. It's, like, there used to be, like, 3, but only one of them is actually still in arcade. And it has all these weird stand-up, like, and play machines, like, all that kind of shit. The only classic arcade thing it still has is Pac-Man, and every time I'm in there, I always play it.
Video games were just beginning to come into their own in the early 80s, slowly turning from a fad to a full-blown industry. Iconic arcade
Then 3 years later, the fucking E.T. for the Atari 2600 came out. and fucked everything up.
hits from the prior decade, including Space Invaders, arrived on the early home console, the Atari 2600.
Zapping those little devils.
It's funny how the Atari 2600 both like created and like single-handedly created and killed the industry within like 3 years. I think that's funny.
Outer space. It's fun.
At the same time, many of what are referred to today as retro classics appeared in the arcades around the world, including popular titles like Pac-Man, Missile Command, and Centipede.
Never heard of Missile Command, but Pac-Man and Centipede I definitely have. I love Pac-Man. Never played Centipede though.
game makers pushed the limits of the
Motherfucker.
technology,
He just couldn't hit that fucking thing there.
and the results were nothing short of extraordinary. Number 7, 1997.
Oh, is that fucking GoldenEye? GoldenEye.
97 proved to be one
I've heard some people say the GoldenEye's aged really badly, but you know what? I actually still think it's a pretty solid game.
of the most diverse years ever in video gaming. The Nintendo 64 saw the release of GoldenEye 007, which brought first
Actually, another thing about GoldenEye, a lot of people talk about GoldenEye as if the multiplayer is the only good thing in it. The fucking single player was great in GoldenEye. I don't think people realize that.
person shooter multiplayer
That's all I've really
to
played.
consoles, as well as the space epic Star Fox 64.
Come on, 97?
The PlayStation made waves big time, with the release of one of the most beloved JRPGs of all time, Final Fantasy VII.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VII. Right now, the Final Fantasy VII remake is actually free with PlayStation Plus. I just saw that earlier, and I fucking flipped, because I was like, what the fuck? That's like a recent remake. Yeah, I've never played Final Fantasy VII, though. I've never played any of the Final Fantasy games, although I do really like RPGs, so they'll probably be right up my alley. Everyone knows that jingle. Everyone knows
Castlevania
that.
Symphony of the Night gave 2D gaming
I've had that on my Xbox for the longest time, but I've never played it.
a new lease on life by giving us
It was
the
free for gold one
Metroidvania
time.
genre. And on the PC, two of the biggest franchises today made their humble debuts with the release of the original Fallout and Grand Theft Auto.
I actually have the original Fallout on PC. I've been meaning to do Let's Play on that for a while. But first, before I do that, I want to go and finish Little Nightmares, Sonic Adventure, fucking Half-Life, all that bullshit, and then maybe I'll start that. I'll be an interesting one to do.
Number 6, 2001.
Goes with one. Melee. Obviously, Melee came out. Fun fact, Melee is the only Smash Bros. Game I've never played. The only one.
Both Nintendo and Microsoft released new home consoles
Oh,
this
the
year,
original
the
Halo?
GameCube and
Alright.
Xbox respectively. Both systems began producing legendary games almost immediately, like GameCube's Super Smash Bros. Melee and Xbox's Halo.
Yep. How many of them still a solid game today?
Rockstar completely changed the gaming scene with the controversial and revolutionary Grand Theft Auto 3, bringing
I've never played GTA 3. I've played Vice City and San Andreas. I've never played GTA 3, though.
the sandbox
So-
genre to the mainstream.
That's interesting.
Go and introduce a bat to his face. Then take his car, respray it. I want compensation for this insult.
2001 is also notably the worst for old Sega fans,
Oh,
as
yeah.
it was the year that the Dreamcast was officially discontinued,
Yeah, that actually reminds me, Sonic Adventure 2 also came out that year. That's a fantastic game.
and Sega left the console market for good.
Eh, some great games have come out since then, though.
Number 5, 1996.
That's Duke Nukem, isn't it?
The arrival of the N64, along
Mario
with the still new
64.
PlayStation, made 1996
Resident
the year
Evil.
where blocky-looking 3D games really began to have a noticeable
Tomb Raider.
impact on the industry, with titles like Super Mario 64 on the N64 and Tomb Raider on the PlayStation.
I haven't played the first Tomb Raider, but I have played Tomb Raider 2, and honestly, I'm not a fan of the controls. I mean, I get that's all they really had back then before they had the DualShock controllers out, but I don't know. Okay, that looked like a glitch. That fucking spike definitely hit her there.
In this period of change, classic 2D
Oh,
games
Donkey Kong
like
Country
Donkey
3
Kong
as well.
Country 3 still frequently appeared, survival horror hit the mainstream with Resident Evil, and a number of amazing shooters were released on the PC and arcades, notably with the return of Duke Nukem and the arrival of Metal Slug.
I always find it funny how everybody remembers Duke Nukem for Duke Nukem 3D, and then, like, it took them so long to come out with Duke Nukem Forever, and by the time it came out, like, it actually was a good Duke Nukem game. Like, if Duke Nukem Forever had released, like, around the GameCube era, I reckon it would be, like, seen as a classic today, but it was because of the era that it was released in, all that kind of humor was just kind of out the door kind of thing.
Come on, boy.
What the
Number
fuck
4,
was that?
2013.
2013, alright. That's when the 8th generation of consoles fully kicked into gear. It started in 2012, technically, with the Wii U. Kind of like similar how the 9th generation technically started in 2017 with the Switch. I know there's a lot of debate over what generation the Switch is. Technically, it is 9th gen, so that's weird to me how the 9th gen technically started in 2017, yet it hadn't probably kicked off until 2020. That is fucking weird. Like, think about that. And trust me, a lot of people are saying Nintendo might move on from the Switch soon. The Switch isn't going anywhere anytime soon. They're going to release maybe like a new and more powerful model of it, but the Switch isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Mario 3D World. I've actually never played 3D World. I played 3D Land and I fucking didn't like it, so... I do find 3D World interesting though, because it's like a new Super Mario Bros. Game, but like 3D. So that's kind of interesting because I'm gonna admit those games are kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. As bad as they are, like and as unoriginal as they are, they're fun as shit.
2013 was a massive year for
I
great
swear to
games.
God, I'm leaning on my desk here and now there's fucking death marks on my arm. Oh yeah, fucking GTA 5 came out that year as well. That game was fantastic. Even the last gen version, which came out that year for the PS3 and Xbox 360, even that version is fantastic. Like if you're gonna buy a 360 and you ask me what the best GTA game to get for it would be, your three options would be for some reason whenever they re-released San Andreas for it, I still don't know why they did that. GTA 4, GTA 5, I'd say GTA 5, like genuinely, GTA 4 fucking sucked, and San Andreas isn't the best. It's a great game, but it's not the best one on the 360. But like, honestly, GTA 5 was fucking still by far the best fucking GTA game on that console, and that's fucking saying something.
On all fronts. The Last of Us gave us genuine thrills and emotionally
Last of Us as well. That's actually a really good point.
hard-hitting moments.
This is not us.
What do you know about us? About me?
BioShock Infinite helped the series soar.
That moment makes no sense out of context. BioShock Infinite as well. I've never played that, but it looks fucking fantastic. Like from what I've seen of it, looks fantastic. Although I will admit the first BioShock actually looks slightly better, and BioShock 2 looks fucking weird, but it seems like something I'd like.
To new heights. Grand Theft Auto 5 became one of the fastest
What the fuck did they do to Trevor? That's amazing.
selling games of all time. And Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag made pirates cool again.
Well, bro, when were pirates not cool? I fucking love pirates. Yeah, I haven't played much Assassin's Creed, but from the ones I have played, and what I've played of them, the fourth one is definitely the best. And I've only played the last gen version of it.
The 3DS also had a stellar year with the likes of Fire Emblem Awakening and Zelda A Link Between Worlds.
That's a fantastic game, by the way. Maybe it's just because I love A Link to the Past as much as I do, but A Link Between Worlds is great.
Highlighting the tip of a fantastic
Well, my copy's a fucking Nintendo Select copy, and that pisses me off.
lineup. And most importantly, this year saw the PS4 and Xbox One released within a week of each other, joining the Wii U to kick off the 8th
Same shit happened with the Series X and the PS5, except they were way more stingy with what they were releasing, which was the dumbest thing they ever did. They're still doing that now.
generation of gaming.
Thankfully, I was able to get my hand on a Series X.
Number 3, 2007.
There it is! The year that saw fucking TF2, Portal, Mario Galaxy, fucking Halo 3, like, what the fuck else? COD 4, the original Modern Warfare. Yeah, that's probably my pick.
You are now in possession.
Oh, 2013, Ni no Kuni. Ni no Kuni came out that year, and that's my favorite game of all time right there for 2013. So yeah, I do agree with 2013 then.
Of the Aperture Science handheld portal device.
Much of the modern landscape of
It's good to see that the year with the original Portal went slightly higher than the year with the second Portal.
video games can trace their
I'm
roots
sorry, like I hate Portal 2. I actually really like Portal 2, but I thought the multiplayer was better than the single player. I know that's controversial, but fuck it.
back to this stellar year with a huge number of major
Uncharted as well.
franchises beginning, such as BioShock,
Bioshock as well, yeah.
Uncharted, Assassin's Creed, and Mass Effect.
Mass Effect as well, and Assassin's Creed apparently. I didn't know Assassin's Creed came out that year, but
They
yeah.
are at Sony, I presume.
It was also a banner year for shooters, with the
Not gonna lie, from what I've played of the first Mass Effect, I fucking don't like it. I don't know, I'm gonna give it another chance. I'm gonna play through all three games at some point, and maybe Andromeda as well. I don't know. I forget Andromeda happened half the time, but I don't know. From what I played of the first one, I didn't really like it.
the conclusion of the original Halo trilogy, and Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare changing the gaming landscape as we know it.
Modern Warfare's a good game, but like, if we're talking based off of the story, which let's be honest, the story was the best aspect of the Modern Warfare games. I know that's controversial, but I think it definitely was. Modern Warfare 2 was the best. Modern Warfare 3 had a great ending, but 2 was great. You died, motherfucker.
Valve also released the Orange Box, which featured the iconic Portal and Team Fortress 2, and Nintendo reinvented the platforming genre again with Super Mario Galaxy.
Mario Galaxy is another one of the games I've actually never played, and it's fucking... I actually did buy a copy of it a while back from fucking CEX or KEX or SEX, whatever the fuck. They say SEX in advertisements, but I refuse to call them that. You know, if you're from the UK, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I bought one from them and it just didn't fucking work. So, for payback, I just traded it back into them as a massive middle finger, just because fuck it. And they took it as well.
1985.
Of course. Got Duck Hunt, the original Mario. Zelda, the original Zelda, depending on who you ask. Some people say it released in '86. I'm not really 100% sure on what that was about.
Simply put, 1985 was the year that saved video games.
That's
Just
true.
2 years earlier, the industry
Oh,
had crashed
Jesus.
due to an oversaturation of less than amazing titles. But a large number of now iconic games, like Super Mario Bros., brought the industry back from the brink in '85.
And there's Toad flipping Mario off.
It was also a banner year for both PC games and hardware, with the release of the NES and a huge number of well-made games that came out for both consoles and home computers.
Man just got fucking disintegrated.
Before we reveal our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
91, that was the year the SNES came out. 84, alright. That was the year the original PlayStation came out, I'm pretty sure. 2005. Is that Resident Evil 4? 2010, obviously Red Dead 1 came out. Fucking Mario Galaxy 2, all that shit.
Number 1, 1998.
Excellent, Snake.
98, alright, so clearly Metal Gear Solid came out that year.
Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
Everything seemed to go right for gamers in 1998, with almost every major company releasing a
Ocarina of Time came out in 98? Oh shit.
slew of iconic and influential
I thought they
games
came out before
that
that. Half-Life 1. Half-Life 1's fantastic as well.
still hold up today.
Oh my god, 8!
Start. We've got the action-adventure defining Legend of Zelda
Actually, when I played it, I actually don't know if I saved him. So I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch my Half-Life Let's Play now.
Ocarina of Time, the
I do remember that
action
section.
defining Metal Gear Solid, the first-person shooter defining Half-Life, and the real-time strategy defining StarCraft.
Fucking StarCraft.
Then there's
When I hear Pokemon as well, fucking love Pokemon Red and Blue. But no, StarCraft, whenever I hear StarCraft, all I think about is fucking Diva from Overwatch, because her backstory is that she's a professional StarCraft player turned mercenary.
Pokemon Red and Blue, which started a cultural phenomenon. And we could probably fit Spyro and Mario Party in there while we're at it.
Spyro was great. I've only ever played the remastered versions though.
Most importantly, all of these were the titles that proved that video games were a true modern-day entertainment alternative to films and television. One
Oh,
that
shit.
wasn't going anywhere for a
Oh
while.
my god, taken. It's so weird how Sheik's design has gone from that, which is clearly meant to look like a man, to now they're making her look a little, look more feminine now that we all know who she is. So I don't know, I found that weird. I felt like they should have just stuck to their guns with that.
Do you agree with our list?
Sarcasm self-test complete.
Which years do you...
That was the perfect clip to play right there. I don't know. I would have put either 2007 or 2013 in for. To be honest, the only reason I'm even saying 2013 is because of Ni no Kuni. So let's just say 2007. 2007 had a lot of great games that came out that year. So I think 2007 was the best. Feel free to disagree if you have your own opinion. If you let me know in the comments, I'm interested to hear. And also explain why. For me, I think 2007 because obviously TF2 and Portal. Those are two fantastic games. Halo 3. And although I haven't played it, obviously Mario Galaxy and all that shit. Modern Warfare, probably one of the better Call of Duty games. One of the better, like they're all bad. One of the best Call of Duty games right there. So that's why I'd say it's the best. So yeah, be sure to let me know what yours is. So if you don't, be sure to leave a like in the comment section below. I already told you what to comment. I have a habit of doing that. Subscribe to Hello Rail. See you all next time.